Hi, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the first live talk of the Book Nook series, our humble endeavor and initiative to put the spotlight on selected libraries of India. As you all know, we actually had a announcement live chat with Shivani Salil, who's also our author partner for the event, and we talked about why at Beyond the Box we decided to come up with this initiative. And Shivani also shared her experience of talking to the different libraries that we have featured, the owners, the wonderful women behind these little nooks of joy. So I'm really excited to say that today we kickstart the series by talking to these people, knowing more about their challenges and how much goes behind running such a wonderful space. I'm sure it's a lot of effort, but they do it with a lot of love. So today I have with me the founder of Kahani Box, Neha Jain, and I would like to read out a few lines from what Shivani wrote about her in the article that we published on Beyond the Box. When Neha Jain realized that buying every book to read to her little daughter wasn't feasible, she searched for alternatives. Disappointed but not discouraged, she started from her home in Bengaluru with a collection of 1,500 to 2,000 books. She's adding to her YA fiction collection, but her youngest subscriber is a 5-month old. In 3 years, Kahani Box has reached 25,000 books, and we will definitely know more about how she made that happen. And it delivers to 18 states. As her community grows stronger, her daughter has picked up the precious lesson of sharing. When COVID loomed, the physical library shut, but 250 more subscribers got added online. She holds video calls with them to help them build their book boxes before shipping them out. So I think that's fabulous work that Neha has been doing. So without wasting any more time, let me get her on stream. Hi, Neha, and so good to have you here live with me to talk about Kahani Box. Welcome.
Hi Anupama. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. So like we were talking about Kahani Box, I was reading out what Shivani had written, and I'm really amazed to know that 25,000 books. Now that's not at all a mean feat. So I think first of all, I want to just say kudos for that. And people have started joining. By the way, Harita Kannan says hi, Anu and Kahani Box. Thank you so much for joining, Harita. And so let's begin by talking about your own association with libraries and books in your life. Like as a child, were you also an avid reader? Did you like going to libraries? What has your childhood been like when it comes to libraries?
So honestly speaking, if you ask me today when, I first started reading books, I don't remember, but my parents
Hmm.
tell me by the time I was 6 or 7, I was obsessed with books. So we had luckily for me, there was a library next door. And so I remember very clearly after coming back from school, I was like, what, 8 or 9 years old that time. And after coming back from school, I used to take 1 rupee from my mother, and the book charges that time was just 1 rupee for one book.
Yes,
So I
yes, I
remember,
remember. Yeah.
so I remember taking 1 rupee coin from my mother every single day, and going to that library, picking up a book, exchanging, with the giving the old book back, and that's how my association with library started back then.
Oh,
Unfortunately for me, that time, the school libraries, they used to allow us to like borrow books and read within the library hour, but never take them home. So it becomes so difficult to like, finish reading a book in
right.
that half an hour or 45 minutes. So the
Correct, correct.
real school library happened when I was in my 11th and 12th standard, and the school library allowed, we changed schools. So the school library, they allowed us to kind of borrow books and take them home. That's when I started reading real literature. So yeah, so it was literally,
Lovely.
yeah, but in childhood I remember borrowing books from the library, one book every day.
Wonderful. That's really wonderful. And yeah, I kind of also relate to what you were talking about. And yeah, by the way, I must say before I proceed that Amruta has joined as well. And she says, okay, I'm getting jitters. Amruta, I think you can actually also, I'm sure, share some secrets related to Neha as well, which she might not reveal. And it's going to be a fab conversation, but really good to see you here. And Harita says 2K to 25K books. That's unbelievable. Yes, truly incredible, I must say. So that's nice to know, Neha. So now you tell me about Kahani Box. Like, what made you actually? Of course, like I read out from the article that definitely it was your daughter who was the huge factor in why you started that. But if you could shed a little more light about how that whole thing happened, that thought, how did it come to your mind? And sometimes we get thoughts of, okay, I can do this, I can do that, but we don't always maybe convert it into a reality. So what was it that truly motivated you to just go for it? So if you could share how that whole thing happened.
Um, in 2014, when my daughter happened,
Yeah.
I started reading to her. I started, buying books for when she was like 4 or 5 months old, and I had no clue what up until then. I mean, I had absolutely no idea how big children's literature world was. I went on Amazon. I used to just buy those number and those shapes and those color books for her because that's what I knew. I had no clue. So, and then I used to search on Amazon books for toddlers and stuff like that. And then I started finding Julia Donaldson, and I found Erica and all those. So then um, I started buying those books for her, and by the time she was, I think, 2 or 3 years old, we already had 2-3 thousand books at home. And our house is flowing with books. I didn't know what to do with them because the children, they overgrow these books. They once they're 2-3 years old, they don't want to read
Yes.
those number books and color books and all those. So first I thought, let me sell them and probably give them to other parents who are in need of those kind of books.
Right.
But
Right.
and that's what I started doing. In fact, I gave away some of those books, but later my husband said, look around, there's so many parents who don't know what to buy for their kids,
Right.
for
Right.
books. So luckily our apartment is quite huge, and he said, why don't you ask your friends and neighbors if they want to borrow books? And that's how the
Correct.
concept of the library started. So in 2017 I started Kahani Box. That time, honestly, I had no idea what I was getting into because
I'm sure.
uh, the librarian's job is not easy as it looks. Yeah, so that's how it started.
That's true. That's true. And I'm sure it must have been a real challenge, especially I think today with kids having so many distractions as well, with the gadgets and all. It's always, I think,
Mhm.
somehow running these spaces. I'm sure there must be added challenges. We'll definitely come to that. But before we get to that, when you started Kahani Box, was there a specific vision in your head, like when you went for it, did you think that, okay, this is where I want to take it to, or was it that you just went with the flow? How was your approach like when you actually ventured into the space? And did you allow it to grow organically, or do you still, I mean, even today, like, do you have a certain set vision in your head about where you want this to go?
So as I said, when I started this, I had no idea what I was getting into. I
Right,
just
right.
had those, my daughter was just 3 that time, and I only had board books and picture books with me. And when kids started coming in and they started borrowing books, I realized that there were kids who were 7, 8, even 10
Right,
years old, and they wanted books for themselves and had nothing for them. And I had no
right.
clue what kids that age are reading, and that's when so that's how, I mean, I first initially I thought I can't buy books for kids because at 9, 10, my daughter was just 3. I had no clue what these kids were reading that time. So initially I said, sorry beta, I don't have anything for your age group. But then I realized more and more kids for that age group were looking for books, and then I started doing my research, started reading blogs and watching videos of what kids were reading for that age group, started asking other parents. That's when I started buying the regular books. So it grew
Hmm.
organically. In the
Okay.
last 3 years, as I started adding the collection, I realized there's much more. There are layers to it. There's so many authors, so many genres. There's so much. There's so many books to buy. It's just unbelievable. So it
I
grew
agree. I
slowly.
agree.
Yeah. Mm.
I agree. That's truly, like, I mean, even I as a mentor, when now I work with children, I realize that there is so much they can explore when it comes to reading and when it comes to literature. And unfortunately, I think even in schools at times they get limited access to books. So that way, I feel that a library like Kahani Box can actually provide them that treasure to explore. And there's really lots out there. So I want to now ask you something, Neha, which is like almost an elephant in the room most of the times when we are talking about children's reading habits. Now, the general opinion is that kids today are not reading much because of gadgets. The culture is dwindling, and here we have Kahani Box, which has like 25,000 books, in circulation. So it can come across as a bit contradictory. So I want you to share your own experience of, like, do you really feel that kids don't read, or is it just that we need to encourage them more, and they do read? Because see, like I said, you have a different sort of an experience from what people might just observe, and the way we form a perception. So what do you think about that, based on how you have experienced the response of kids?
I think every child will read provided they get the right book that they want to read. So usually the problems that happen with the kids who are not reading is, one, the parents want them to read moral stories. Kids don't find them
Right.
interesting, right? So that's like another teaching lesson. But most of the parents who come into the library, they say, why don't you give them some moral stories, anything which teaches them something.
Correct.
Books are not just for learning something. Books are also like a stress buster. I mean, kids should read
Definitely.
also
Yes.
for
Of
fun.
course. In
Yeah.
fact, I think it should be viewed more as that. The learning happens naturally. It's more of, like when you read some, and that's why even I, as a creative writing mentor, also I always tell kids that you don't have to write a moral at the end of the story.
Yeah.
Like, just forget about it. Just write something which is fun, which you want to. And I
Yeah.
completely agree with that thought of yours that, as long as they have something which is right for them, because again, kids can
Yeah.
have varying tastes. So I think, yeah, that's about it. So that means so that's a very encouraging number, actually, Neha. Like 25,000 books, of course it's a great achievement, but at the same time it's also very encouraging for all of us to know that yes, that means kids are reading. So it's a very
Yes.
positive, I would say, a message. And everybody who is watching, kids do read, so please just spend a little bit of time, effort and money on inculcating this reading habit, and make it a pleasurable experience. And of course, Neha will very soon also share about how you can subscribe to Kahani Box, or in what ways can Kahani Box help you achieve that for your child. So before we talk about that, Neha, I also wanted to get your opinion on um, something, as like we always say that age appropriate, I mean, if there's a book, say for example, we say that okay, now the child is 10 years old, so the child can read Harry Potter. Okay, now you're this age, so this book is appropriate. uh, do you feel, because now of course you have so many children who read books by you, so do you think this is more fluid than how rigid we generally make it about, okay, now this book is for this age, this, like for example, do you find that elder kids show interest in comics also, while parents might be thinking that they should be reading something more big or whatever, like lengthy? So do you see that, yeah, these things are a little more fluid with respect to what is appropriate for a child?
See, more often than not, I see older kids who come and they want to pick up a picture book, or kids who are 8 or 9 want to pick up a Peppa Pig, and parents are like, pick something thick, pick a fat book. What are you picking up? This is going to get over in 10 minutes, and then you'll pester me again to go to the library. So parents are looking for sometimes they're to find their convenient spot. They want the kids to pick a
Right.
thick book so that that'll last them a week. But that's not how it. I mean, I don't know. It shouldn't always be like that. And
I
I
agree.
feel
Yes.
that kids should read what they want to read. Absolutely. Parents sometimes they say, no potty humor, Captain Underpants, no what underpants, and those. I sometimes feel, kids should. That is the problem. Sometimes that is why a lot of kids don't feel like reading, because we're
I
pushing
agree.
on
Yes.
them. We're
Yes, I
giving them
agree
books
completely.
we feel they should read, and not letting them choose their own books. So yeah, that is, I think, that is something that I think we all as parents should address.
I agree. I agree completely. And like even as a parent, not just as a mentor, but even as a parent, even with my child, I see that sometimes their interests also change so much, and I think that's why it's important to just follow their lead. The things that we may feel today that, oh, I wish you would read that. Maybe sometime down the line they might feel like picking that up themselves. So I think, yeah, allowing them to choose makes them feel empowered, I feel, when it comes to making their reading choices. So that's
Lot,
absolutely right.
a lot of times when I tell people that this is a new book that's come to the library,
Right.
so the first reaction is, what is the recommended age group? It's so difficult to put an age bracket over a
Right,
book. There are
exactly.
some kids
Mhm.
who are more matured. Someone who's 10 might as well read something that's meant for a 12 years old, or may read something that's meant for a 5 years old. So that's totally all right. However, I also understand that there's certain content in certain books. There's too much violence, and there's that should be, I mean, we can wait for the kids to turn at least 10 or 12, when they read about that. But at the end of the day, it's we can twist, we can be a little bit flexible in terms of
Right.
those things.
I agree. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I think Meera has also joined, and she says, yes, she does have 2K to 25K books. She's giving that. And thank you, Meera. So good to see you. Uh, Pratimat, he says, you reminded me of my childhood days. My school had a huge library, and I used to go to this Wonderland reading books from Dreamland publication. Beautiful illustration those had. Neha is doing the same for my kid. Eternally thankful to Neha. He's very happy with Kahani Box. That's such a lovely message for you, Neha.
Yeah, Pratima is a, yes, she's a member
She's
of the.
okay. I guess the child is a subscriber. And Amrita says, I remember we started asking the kids what they would like to read, and Neha just kept adding more and more to feed them. I think that's a really nice thing you have done, Neha, because asking the children what they really want to read and then adding on to your
Yeah.
collection. I think that makes so much more sense because you're following the lead of what really the children are interested in, rather than having only those books which anyways everybody knows about, like, I mean, which is found everywhere. So I think that was a great approach that you took. And yes, so there are a lot more comments. Unfortunately, I may not be able to show all of them, but I'll just try and show a couple of more. So Neha Jindal says, totally relate with this thick book thing. Happens almost every day at my library as well. Okay. I'm sure most definitely must be, relating, because even though I don't run a library, but because I'm a mentor, so even a lot of parents tell me, "Arey, tell her to read more thick books now, or tell her to read something more serious, more." And I'm like, why? And I, at this age, also I enjoy reading, say, a Tinkle comic, So I just feel it should be something very instinctive rather than, okay, you should. I think our job is more to expose the children to different books, and then just, yeah, after that it's all their wish and choice. So, and some more compliments for you, Neha. So Aditi Sharma says, indeed, Neha is an amazing librarian. She's always enthusiastic and interested in kids' opinion and suggests books accordingly. That's really lovely. And so good to see such wonderful words coming for you, Neha. That really shows the passion with which you've been running Kahani Box.
Yeah, Aditi's daughter, in fact, is every librarian's dream. She reads every genre. She just reads everything. Whatever good literature. She doesn't go by other people's opinion. So fantastic to have, and
That
kudos
that
to
is
her.
very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, the daughter. Yes.
That's very nice. Very nice to know. And I think this Rashi is saying that she's never spoken to you on phone, and just via WhatsApp, like, you've handled the whole thing and established a connect. I think that's also truly commendable. So, hats off to you, Neha, for all the efforts that you've been putting in. It truly, I think this plays such a huge role in the development of a child. So I think what you're doing is something I'm sure all the parents really value. So now, Neha, tell us a little more about the services of Kahani Box, and also how people can associate with Kahani Box. Like, say, if they want to subscribe, or anything else that maybe you do. Do you do workshops? Like, because I know that nowadays libraries are often much beyond libraries as well, So, yeah, what is it that you do right now, and how can people associate with Kahani Box?
So associating with Kahani Box is as simple as connecting with me. We have a Facebook group, and my number is
Okay.
everywhere, and people can just contact. It's very
Okay.
simple. They can just call me anytime, WhatsApp me anytime.
Right.
So what we do is we make book sets, and we make it basically, it's totally the child's choice of books that we deliver to their place. We suggest if required, but it's totally up to the child what they want to be included in their monthly box. So it's very simple. Simply connect with me on my phone number, and we'll get the books delivered.
That sounds really simple. So everybody who is watching, please get in touch with Neha and just tap that great collection of books that she has. And one more thing is that in case you are not sure how to directly contact her, you can feel free to reach out to even Beyond the Box, and I will connect you to her. So just feel free to reach out in whatever way works for you, and we'll make that happen. So that's really good to know, Neha, that it's so easy to get that subscription and just we can connect with you. So I think that makes it very simple for the people who are watching. Now, let us talk a little bit of your challenges. Of course, we spoke about all the wonderful things and all the highs, but obviously in every journey there are challenges. So what have your challenges been with Kahani Box, and did that increase during COVID? Because we know that during COVID a lot of businesses got affected, and definitely even on the books front there was a dip at the beginning. So yes, I mean, we know all of that, but yeah, specifically for you, how things were during COVID, and then how did you actually tackle the situation?
So when we closed the library temporarily even before the official lockdown happened in March, because we had to keep the safety of all the readers, because we had as young as 5 months old borrowing books from the library.
Right.
It's all new. I mean, we didn't have proper information about what COVID was, so we shut the library, physical library, much before the lockdown actually happened. During the lockdown, I actually didn't think much about what's going to happen once the lockdown's lifted. I was just enjoying myself and reading books. But when the lockdown was lifted and we opened the physical library again in May, that's when it actually hit me, because uh, our books were lying with, because we abruptly closed, right? Our books were lying
Right.
with thousands of books were lying with these members, and people had left Bangalore and they'd gone to their natives, and a lot of people started coming and returning the books saying, we want to like put the subscription on hold, we want to
Mm.
close the subscription. so
Right,
that
right, right.
so that started happening, and it was a little depressing because you don't know
Of
what
course.
what
Mm.
next. But the on the bright side, there were so many kids who still wanted to read books and borrow books. Even during lockdown, I used to get messages, auntie, when are you going to open the library again? And I used to,
How sweet.
yeah, and then I explained to them, Beta, right now we can't, but as soon as whenever it's possible, we'll definitely get the books delivered. So that happened, and then May, June, and July were very, very, very difficult. We were running the store, but there were hardly people coming and borrowing books that time. So that time I did a lot of research on how the international libraries are coping with COVID, and what kind of sanitization we can do with the books here. And after doing all that research, we decided that we're going to keep all the return books aside for 7 days, and then on the
Mhm.
eighth day we're going to sanitize them properly with alcohol wipes. And we
Right.
had to, in fact, so that we can sanitize the covers of the books, we got the covers laminated. So that was an extra
Oh,
work that we had to do,
of
but we
course.
had to do
Yes.
it. So we did that, we so that we can wipe the covers of the books, otherwise the book gets damaged. So
Yes. Yes. Hmm.
if you're constantly wiping the covers, so we
Right.
did that.
Right. Right.
And slowly people saw that we were strictly following the sanitization protocols and all that, and then people got the confidence back. And from August onwards, yes, the subscriptions resumed and people started coming again, and new subscriptions. And that's when I remember in August or somewhere in September, we started delivering pan India. So that's when the numbers started increasing and more members started getting added. uh, yeah, so each today I can say, posit that every day is better than the previous one.
Right. Very true, very true. And I'm sure it must have been difficult. Even
Yeah.
Amruta says that we lost around, like we closed around 100 plus subscriptions and it was painful to see them go. I'm sure it is very painful, but it is really inspiring how you guys kept at it and, kind of kept that faith and then you resumed with full vigor. And I'm sure now it's all going smooth and nice. So I think that is something that every one of us can take inspiration from, that whatever it is in the work that we are doing, it's important to have that a belief in oneself that okay, yeah, somehow I have to get this going and get this happen. So that's really heartwarming to know that yes, today things are all good at Kahani Box. Now this space that you run, like so where is it exactly? If you could just let even the people who are watching know, so if the local people would want to visit, so where is the space?
So the physical library is located
Yes,
on
yes.
Begu Road,
Okay.
which is close to Bannerghatta Road in Bangalore.
Okay.
And but we have our members coming in from 5 kilometers
All
radius.
over.
They visit regularly, and beyond that, we
Oh.
deliver books. And yeah, we are delivering now in more than 18 states.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I did read that. So I think that is truly amazing. And I was just wondering that these 25,000 books, I'm sure maintaining the inventory, maintaining the condition of the books, keeping a track. I mean, all of that, it must be extremely colossal. I mean, if I think of it as, a task that has to be done. So, how do you manage to do it? I mean, for me, just the number makes me seem like, oh my God, if I had to manage so many numbers, वो manage करने में ही पूरा time निकल जाता है in terms of, just keeping a track. So, how do you manage to maintain that efficiency?
I don't know. Actually, I never think about it like that. For me,
Okay.
spending time with book in the library, surrounded by books
Mm.
itself gives me such a kick. I just love it. So I never
I
kind of,
guess that's why,
yeah,
yeah.
I never feel that this is something extra that I'm doing. So I'm enjoying
Right.
it totally.
I think that's what happens when you're really passionate and you're really loving the work you do. Then I guess whatever it is, it really doesn't feel like a task, and it just happens. I mean, like along the way. So, do you have a team at Kahani Box, like, or is it primarily you handle everything? If you can talk about the team.
So for the first 2 years, when the library was at my place, it was just me, and I was managing all alone from home. Then last year we shifted. Last year February, in fact, we'll be completing 1 year of the physical store. So last year February we shifted the library outside to a physical store. That's when I thought I need someone who's as passionate as me,
Right.
and that's when. So Amrita, yeah, you already know Amrita has already commented,
Yes.
right? She's been a member from last 3 years. So I contacted her and asked her if she is interested in helping me with the library, and she just jumped at the offer, grabbed it. She said yes, of course. And yes, and she's the one who's helping me full time. Plus we have the delivery team. We've tied up with a courier, so the logistics
Okay.
are handled by, there's another team who handles the logistics, like
Wonderful.
that.
I'm sure you need that because you're delivering to so many states. So definitely you need that as well. But still, kudos. And Reena, I guess, is also a subscriber. She says, my kids just love the collection of books in Kahani Box. That's really nice of you to share, Reena. And Shivani, the one you spoke to, our author partner for this event, she says that ever since I heard the number 25K, my mind's boggling. I remember asking her thrice just to be sure that I'd heard it right. And passion and nothing else can make this possible. So true, Shivani. I completely agree with that. And Neha, I think what I really like about you, especially now that we're talking about this, and what I sense is you are doing it all so nonchalantly, like in the sense it doesn't feel like you're doing such a huge thing. There's this calm on your face, and you're doing it all so calmly. I'm just so impressed by that, and this just shows that this has become so much a part of you, and like a part of your life, and it just comes through. And which is why I guess Amruta says that Neha eats, dreams, and sleeps books.
Yeah, so people around me, Amrita, and people who know me, my family members, they call me crazy because uh, uh, love books, and I just love buying books for kids. And I don't go by reviews. I've in last 1 year, I've realized that I don't go by reviews. I just buy if there's a new book. I just want to buy it for the kids, and I feel that someday someone will come who'd want to read this book, even if not now, maybe after 6 months. But someone, I'm sure, will come and will ask for this book. So I kind of that smell, the smell of new books, the feel of
Yes.
the new books. I
I
just love.
I so relate. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I so feel like visiting also someday. I hope that happens someday for sure.
Yeah.
I like fingers crossed. But I'll just show another comment. This one is for Amruta. That cheers to Amruta too. She too is very polite and friendly, always with a smile. And I think you both are a mate for each other. Team, like like they say now, that meant to work together.
Yes.
Great synergy there, definitely. So, yeah, I think so. It was so nice chatting with you, Neha, about Kahani Box and how it all started, your challenges, and the love with which you do all of this. Any like if I talk about the future plans, so is there anything else in your mind, or you're just very happy with the way things are going?
I'm very happy. There's no doubt about the way things are going. We do plan to open a bigger store to store more books, because we'll soon run out of space. So we'd probably open a bigger library space wise. So that is definitely on the card. So hopefully in 2021 we'd be able to do that. Besides that, of course, I just want to deliver more books to more kids out there, because there are so many kids in so many different, especially the tier 2 and tier 3 cities, where the libraries are like their entire library system is absent. So I kind of want to deliver books to those kids. That's my motto for now. And we'll just go with the pace, we'll just go with the flow, we'll see how it happens.
Lovely, lovely. I am also somebody like you that whatever work I do, anybody who asks me much about the future, I always say that I have no idea, and I just keep going with the flow. Whatever just happens, I just take each day
Yes.
as it comes. So I just love that attitude and approach. And yeah, there are just comments. I must say, Neha, you're really popular because comments are just going on pouring in, and I'm unable to obviously display all of them. I'm sure later on, once the session is over, Neha will definitely check out all the comments. But yeah, I'll just try to share a few more. Fasila Siddiqui says, kudos to you. I'm also running a library for kids at home. I would like to know that is there any license or registration needed to be taken for authorities? Would you be able to answer that, Neha?
So depends on each state. For Karnataka, we've got a shops and establishment. We need to register with them. That any
Okay.
shop, basically, when you, yeah. So that is something that you'll have to do. Besides that, depending on your revenue or turnover, you might have to take a GST registration. Besides that, I don't think there's anything else that
Okay.
is needed.
Okay. Okay. Great. Great. I hope that helps, Fasila. And Shivani says, Amruta Vadekar, kudos to you too. You believed in the dream and share her passion. I hope all your dreams fall in place. That's such a lovely message, Shivani. Thank you. And I'm sure Amruta is reading all this with a broad grin on her face. uh, and I must say, both of you have a very endearing smile. That's why I was saying that somehow you both seem to be this made for each other team. And yes, Meera says best wishes as always. Tina is also here. She says you're an inspiration, kudos and best wishes. That's so nice of you to join, Tina. And yes, indeed, Neha is an inspiration. And just to let the audience know that tomorrow I'm going to be in conversation with Tina, talking about her library, and I'm sure even that's going to be a entertaining as well as enriching conversation to watch. Okay, so Neha, now before we get to the last thing that I wanted to ask, which was related to the reading challenge, I want to just tell you that the work that you're doing, it's so important, I feel, in today's times, especially because I somehow feel that books can do so much to a child in a fun way. So just thank you so much for doing. And for the people who are watching, you can support Box in multiple ways. First, of course, you can definitely subscribe, check out their work. Definitely the links and all are all shared on our website, on our social media pages. Apart from that, I think sometimes what the authors can also do, if you truly feel that this is a great place to see your book, I think you can definitely reach out to Neha, even if you want to send your book there. I'm sure she'll be open to that idea as well. And the third thing is just spread the word. So please do that. Do like, comment, and share this video so that we can spread the word about Kahani Box as much as possible, because that was the whole idea of doing this, the Book Nooks initiative. We just wanted more people to know about these amazing spaces that we already have. So thank you once again, Neha, for joining us today. And now let's come to the reading challenge from Kahani Box for the BTB kids. So just to let the audience know that what we are going to do is that every time when I talk to a library owner or founder, I'll be asking her to give a reading challenge, which I will be taking up with the BTP kids during the classes, so that this encourages them to explore more kind of books. And there is a certain action and outcome to this whole initiative. So yes, Neha, what is your challenge for the BTP kids?
So my challenge for the kids, I had to, think about this. I was thinking maybe horror, maybe, you know, I had so many things in my mind, but
Right.
ultimately children on one thing that's closest to my heart, and that's poetry. So I want kids to,
Ah,
yes, it
wow,
could
this
be
is
Hindi
beautiful.
or English,
Hmm.
or any language, any regional language, but poetry. That's my challenge.
This is beautiful. I am so happy with this reading challenge, because kids don't read poetry very often. I also know that. And I think this will definitely encourage them to, find out about more such books and read them. And totally can imagine such kind of an idea coming from your head, something so unique. So thank you for that wonderful challenge. So the challenge from Kahani Box for the BTB kids is to read something in poetry. And as Neha said, languages, anything is okay. What a child may be comfortable reading could be English, Hindi, or any other language. And we will definitely get back to Neha as well with the update once we are done with the reading challenge. So thank you all for joining, and truly grateful to you, Neha, for associating with Beyond the Box.
Thank you so much, Anupama, for having me. And I want to congratulate you for just, this concept of this, the Book Nook initiative that you
Thank
started.
you.
The Indian libraries really needed a platform where people could, kind of, we could tell people what we were doing, because
Right.
librarian's job is not easy, is what people think. It's a
Yes.
very
Yes.
easy job, but not, definitely not easy. So thank you so much for giving us this opportunity and platform, Anupama.
Thank you. Thank you. My pleasure. And just, I mean, I think because we are all so passionate about books, I thought that, when I have a platform like this, it just becomes more of a responsibility that, yes, I need to use it for the right reason. So, yeah, thank you once again. And everybody who joined, please join today. Like, of course, you joined today, but please join tomorrow as well at the same time, 5 p.m. Tomorrow, I'm going to be live with Tina Bhaktiani. And the name of her library is the Nest and Den Kids Library. And she again has a very, and the good thing is, all these libraries, they have a very, though the passion is same, the way they work and all of that, there is a certain uniqueness to each of them. So there'll be definitely a different takeaway, I'm sure, from all of these live sessions. So bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.